Chart performance doesn't always show cultural impact. Some of the biggest and most influential artists never managed to top the charts. In this video, we look at 8 great artists that never got to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. First up on the list is none other than Bob Marley. He is the biggest legend of reggae, and his impact on the global music landscape is immeasurable. His commitment to social justice, peace, and love resonated with people worldwide. He started releasing music in Jamaica with his band, The Wailers. He has many timeless singles, but none managed to top the Billboard Hot 100. Not even classics like If This Love, One Love, and Three Little Birds entered the chart in the US. Even after his passing in 1981, his legacy endures. His music continues to inspire and captivate new generations. With over 75 million records sold worldwide, he remains as one of the best-selling artists of all time. Despite his undeniable brilliance, he never managed to get the chart success he deserved, like Dua Lipa. She is one of the biggest artists of her generation, as she started her career in the UK, but her music is global now. She has become a certified hitmaker, with singles that took over the world. In the US though, Dua has never reached the top of the Billboard Hot 100. She came close many times, with 5 songs reaching the top 10 on the chart. The closest she got was when Levitating and Don't Start Now peaked on #2, and Levitating was the biggest single of 2021 in the US. She continues to release banger after banger, and it's about time she gets her first #1. Artists from the UK that cross over have a hard time landing a #1 in the US. Dua has that in common with One Direction. One Direction is one of the biggest boy bands of all time. They came out more than a decade after the initial boy band era, and they filled a void in pop music. Even though they were together for just 6 years, they made history, having back-to-back #1 albums. On the Billboard Hot 100, they scored 6 top 10s, but 0 #1s. Not even What Makes You Beautiful made it to #1. The closest they got was when Best Song Ever peaked on #2 in 2013. After disbanding in 2016, every member pursued individual projects. Harry Styles has undeniably become the biggest. Another impactful band that never managed to top the Billboard Hot 100 was Nirvana. Nirvana wasn't just a band. They were a cultural phenomenon. The grunge fashion and the anti-establishment attitude and the raw and unapologetic lyrics resonated with a generation. Tragically, in 1994, the world lost Kurt Cobain. His untimely death marked the end of Nirvana, but it also solidified Cobain's status as a tortured genius and an icon for alternative music. Even though they had a great cultural impact, they never got to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. Surprisingly, even Smells Like Teen Spirit only peaked on #6. Its popularity has lasted through the years, now sitting on 1.8 billion streams on Spotify. Following Nirvana's dissolution, the members pursued their own musical paths. Dave Grohl, in particular, found immense success with the Foo Fighters. Despite their short career, they made a mark on the music industry. Another legend that got his career cut short was Juice WRLD. He brought emo rap to the mainstream when he blew up on SoundCloud in 2018. He was also one of the best hitmakers of his generation, but never got to top the chart. He scored 9 top 10 hits on the Hot 100, and the closest he got to #1 was Lucid Dreams and Come and Go, both of which peaked on #2. Tragically, Juice WRLD's life was cut short on December 8, 2019, at the age of 21. Despite his passing, his legacy lives on through his first 3 albums and his posthumous releases. Another legend that never topped the chart was James Brown. He is considered as one of the best performers of all time. His impact on music was revolutionary. He pioneered the development of funk, blending soul, rhythm and blues, and jazz to create a sound that was uniquely his own. Countless artists from Michael Jackson to Prince have cited James Brown as a major influence in their careers. Despite his influence, he never reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. He charted at least 96 entries on the chart. His biggest hit, I Got You, I Feel Good, only peaked at number 3. James Brown is one of the biggest influences that started hip-hop, as he is one of the most sampled artists ever. Garth Brooks. Garth Brooks is considered as a country legend and is the best-selling solo artist in the US, with 162 million albums sold. He sold a lot of albums, but that doesn't match up to the success of his singles. He never scored a number 1 on the Hot 100, and only managed to reach the top 10 on the chart once, when Lost in You peaked at number 5. He released the song as Chris Gaines, his rock alter ego. His influence extends far beyond his record sales. His impact on country music is immeasurable, and he paved the way for the new generation of artists who continue to draw inspiration from his trailblazing career. Lana Del Rey. Lana is not only a musical artist, but also a visual storyteller. Her music videos are cinematic masterpieces, with a sense of nostalgia and melancholy. She is also one of the most streamed artists of all time, with 23 billion total streams on Spotify. She is huge, without having a ton of hits. She never landed a number 1, but has 2 top 10 hits, with Summertime Sadness peaking at number 6, and her feature on Taylor Swift's Snow on the Beach peaking at number 4. Lana Del Rey's music has played a pivotal role in shaping the modern pop sound. Tell me some of the artists I missed in the comments below.